I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right today. And I haven't uploaded in almost 6 months. But here we are, and I'm uploading a random ass Bloodborne video. You guys might know me as the guy who makes PvP videos on EldenRing. And that is true. I do make PvP videos on EldenRing, or I used to at least last year. We're gonna get back into that, but I also make PvP videos for other games too, like the other Souls games. And here we are chilling in Bloodborne. One layer that you might not have seen me do in these games is actually create the builds that I play with. So I figured this video would be like a little experimentation of me coming back to doing some YouTube videos, but also adding another layer to my content. So instead of just invasions on games and stuff like that, I figured I would, and especially with Bloodborne, because Bloodborne you actually can't mule weapons at all. You have to go and get them yourself. So it kind of makes for a neat little journey. I decided to just go ahead and record myself playing through the game with a themed build that I have in mind. So the theme of the build, you've probably seen from the title and the thumbnail, is we're making a character that does bolt damage. There is a badge in the game called the Spark Hunter badge, and it talks about a guy named Archibald, some shit like that. And he said something like Spark Hunters were fascinated by the blue bolts that or blue, was it blue sparks that emanated from the hides of dark beasts. So they were like dark beast hunters, but they also channeled like, you know, the bolts for themselves. It kind of reminded me of like a gothic Victorian cosmic horror Nikola Tesla kind of guy. So I kind of wanted to create that kind of vibe and just make a character that did like insane amounts of bolt damage just on his own, just innate bolt damage. So obviously we have a lot of things that we can go and get in the game to shape our build up to do that with. There's the Tonitrus, there's the Tiny Tonitrus, and there's a weapon that we're going to use that's really good with just about any other damage that you put on it, and I haven't used it in a long time. I added this clip in here because this little goober right here fell off the ledge. I thought that was hilarious, so, you know, I thought I would show this little lame beast man walking back to his post like a dummy because he fell off the ledge. Man, I have been talking for 3 minutes straight and I haven't mentioned anything of what I'm doing. So I just pretty much just started the game and started going through the game. I picked the saw cleaver as the starting weapon because it's just the best thing. Right now we're grabbing some fashion souls, of course. All in preparation to fight Gascoigne. I normally have like a very solid method that I use to run Bloodborne. Sorry guys, I haven't done commentary in like legit 6 months, and I'm just kind of rambling, bro. Like I'm really just kind of rambling. This is post commentary, by the way. You can probably tell. Like I'm watching my own video and I'm talking to you, and I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. So I went and got the music box, and now we're uploading our Soul Cleaver because we're gonna fight Gascoigne with the music box. I'm gonna teach you guys a little easy method that I use to fight Gascoigne with. There's my stats. So this is how I kind of fight Gascoigne. I go for the parry, I throw the Molotov. Go for the parry, throw the Molotov. Then when he hits phase 2, which is the phase where he uses the axe and halberd mode, that's when I use the music box to backstab him. And then I throw the music box and, you know, can rinse and repeat. You can use the music box one more time in his beast state. It'll stun him for a little bit. I don't think I do here. I was really messing this up in the beginning. Like it was really bad how bad I struggled with this this fight. I haven't fought this guy in many months, you know. Probably actually over a year. I mean, Gascoigne as a boss fight is like one of the craziest first bosses ever in like all of Souls games. As you can see, I just keep missing the parries. Most of my damage that I'm doing right now is from hitting with the Soul Cleaver because it does so much. And I threw 2 Molotovs there, which was kind of a mistake. And I'm going to use the music box right here to hit him in the back. And I'm going to throw another Molotov. Or I think I am, because I actually mispressed the button. And then he transforms, and I just kind of parry him again. I think that's the end of Gascoigne, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so, you know, the Molotov method plus the parries, easy way to kill Gascoigne. Here I am leveling up again. I'm not going to go super high with this build because I am going to do invasions. And something that I should have mentioned earlier is that there are invasions in this video. At the end of this playthrough, I'm going to do some invasions, and one invasion in particular that I did was absolutely insane. It was a 1v3 invasion, and it lasted for almost 20 minutes, and it was in Bergenworth. At level 40, by the way, so I'm not going to go very high level in this video, but we are going to venture quite a bit into the game. As you can see, that little outpost that I went through there, I just went there and got a bunch of bloodstone shards. Now I'm upgrading my saw cleaver to +3. Now we're going to go to Old Yarnum. Say hello to my boy Jorah and the flying statue in the sky. Of course. How you doing, Jorah?
You there?
Doing all right, buddy?
Hunter.
I think you are. I think you are. Say hello to the flying statue. I'm sorry if you guys hear background noise, by the way. My cat is playing with his little fish toy, and he's being obnoxious. Hey, what are you doing? It's funny, like right before I started this video, he was asleep. Now that he hears me talking, he all of a sudden wants to wake up and make some noise, because of course he does. Anyway, we're going to kill Jorah now because I'm going to use some of his drip. So, easy way to kill Jorah, just shoot him until he falls off the ladder. And you'll get your badge and stuff once you reload the area, which you'll see me do right now. And of course, that badge right there will give you access to buying his set if you want it. And I do want it because it's cool. So next we're going to fight the Bloodstarved Beast. I kind of used the speedrun strat of popping the Beast Blood pellet, using the fire paper, using transform attacks, and, you know, using the blood cocktails to kind of trap him in the corner right here while you backstab him. I, for some reason, also wanted to throw Molotovs. I don't really know why I wanted to do that, but I did. Anyway, that was a pretty clean fight, but it wasn't my first attempt. I unfortunately died on my first attempt, and it was so pitiful that I didn't even want to show you. This was pretty funny, so I'm just chilling, and then this old man almost blasts me off the fucking ledge. What a dickhead. What an absolute dickhead. So we're climbing up this tower because we're going to get the Radiant Sword Hunter badge. And what this badge is going to do is allow us to get our primary weapon for this build. And you probably know what it is by now if you know what that badge gives you. But first we're going to go take a trip to the... well, first I'm going to die because I completely missed the ledge. But first we're going to take a trip to the old workshop. And yeah. If you don't know, if you actually come here right after you kill the Bloodstarved Beast, grab the doll set and grab the old Hunter Bone, you can get like 30, 40k blood echoes, something like that from doing this. It's pretty good. Like, that's an astronomical amount of echoes that you can get just right off the bat after killing Bloodstarved Beast. Just to show you how like that compares, the Bloodstarved Beast gives you like 6,000 when you kill it. So that's like a huge jump up from killing the Bloodstarved Beast. Anyway, we're going to use those echoes to buy Ludwig's Holy Blade, and this is going to be our weapon for the run. Mostly. It's going to be one of the weapons for the run, but not, you know, not the only weapon. We're going to have another one too. And here's the drip check that we're doing right now after we killed Jorah. I like to plan out my my armors and stuff like that before I even play through the game. We're gonna get kidnapped here by the kidnappers, the whatever, the sack grabbers. I don't know. Man, we're gonna go to Yarhagul and we're gonna get some more twin shards while we're here. That's pretty much the only reason why I became here. Oh, and one other thing. We're going to get our other weapon for the run. Of course, if you know this is a bolt damage build, we're going to need to grab the Tonitrus, the only weapon in the game that has innate bolt damage on it, which is kind of exciting. And it's a real fun weapon. I've used it before. It's definitely really fun. And it's perfect for this build because it has arcane scaling on it, and we're gonna go a little bit hard on the arcane stat for this run. I believe we ended up with like 20 vitality and 25 arcane as our two stats that we're going for. Anyway, you know what time it is. We're gonna dive into the cum chalice, and the reason I'm doing this is only specifically to get to the level that I want to be at, which I just told you was like 25 arcane and 20 vitality. I can't believe I forgot to cut. Well, no, I didn't forget. Actually, I didn't forget. We actually need to kill the cleric beast first to be able to buy bold hunter marks. That way our farm is a bit easier. So I went back and I fought the cleric beast for a little bit, and as you can see, the damage is pretty decent. It's not the greatest. It's kind of okay. I believe this Ludwig's Holy Blade's only level 3 right now. Maybe plus 4? I'm going to say it's plus 4 because we got those twin shards from the Cathedral Ward. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to say this is a plus 4 Ludwig's Holy Blade buffed with Bolt Paper versus this Cleric Beast right here. Yeah. And we're level 40? No, we're still level 28, I think, right now. Because we didn't do the farm yet. We're going to do the farm in the next clip, I'm pretty sure. So that badge right there gives us access to buy Bold Hunter marks, which we're going to use to farm the cum chalice for like 3 times, something like that. Just a quick little soul farm to get us to the level that we want to be at, which of course I've already told you is level 40. This is a level 40 bolt damage Spark Hunter build. So yeah, we have our Bolt Hunter marks there. We farmed up like 3 times, and then we went to level 40, like I said. And these will be my final stats for the entire run, pretty much. I don't go any higher than this. I stay at this level the entire run and in the invasions. So now we're going to Hemwick, because I actually forgot that Hemwick actually has Twinstone shards in them. Like, this area is like full of Twinstone shards. I kind of forgot about that, so we're going to do Hemwick now to upgrade our weapons too. I think we get both of them to plus 4. I think. Maybe plus 5 on one of them. I can't remember. I do know that for the next little bit, we're going to use the Tonitrus instead of the Holy Ludwig Sword. Because the Tonitrus actually has a little bit more damage at this stage of the game. So we're going to use that instead for a little bit. And here is going to be the Witches of Hemwick fight. Usually what I like to do for this fight is I like to come in here with 0 insight. That way none of these like shades spawn. And it's just you versus the witches. They make the fight a little bit more difficult, but it's not crazy. And as you can see right here, you can actually chain backstab the witches over and over again, and they won't teleport if you don't want them to. I did it a couple times, but ultimately I decided that I was too lazy to even care. And I was already doing like insane amount of damage to them anyway, so I just went ahead and killed them with normal R1s. I thought this was kind of weird. Both the witches were in the same spot. I've never seen that before. Apparently it can happen, and not only can it happen, but the witches actually hit each other. They will aggro onto each other and hit each other. I never knew that about the Witch of Hemwick, so that was an eye-opening experience, to say the least. So here we grab the Rune Workshop tool, and we're going into the Chalice Dungeons right now. And as you can see, I am fighting the Undead Giant with the Tonitrus, because it actually does more damage than the Holy Blade right now. And it's doing like pretty good amounts of damage to him. I didn't expect to do nearly this much damage at all. But I guess this thing really does like really hard scale with Arcane, so that's kind of cool. And I only have 25 Arcane. It's not like I have 50 or anything like that. I could have sat there in that cum chalice and got to max level if I wanted to, but you guys know me. I'm a guy who loves to invade, so I'd stay around the level ranges where I think it might be fun. And to me, I think level 40 it might be a decent level range for invading the Cathedral Ward. I would really love Central Yarnum invasions, but unfortunately they pretty much are non-existent because you can't actually summon your friends at all when you first start the game. Anyway, after we kill the Watchers and we get the next chalice, we're gonna go and make a Dune chalice to farm some bolt gems. And I showed you the code back there because this chalice is actually really good for farming radial bolt gems. So pretty much these two little wandering madnesses, these little crystal lizards right here, they'll spawn directly in the first room of the side path. And they drop bolt gems that are radiant for like 22% damage, something like that. They're pretty good. I sat there and I farmed them for a while, and I'll show you the bolt gems that I got on my weapons. So I transferred the two of them to the Holy Blade, and I think I did something with the... Yeah, I didn't get another one for the Tonitrus, but I was kind of too lazy, so I just put the two good ones I found on the Holy Blade. Which I think you seen there that it was like... They were both 20%, something like that, bolt gems. And I don't have the upgrade for the next slot yet, so... Right now you're seeing a bolt-infused Holy Blade with 25 Arcane at level 40. Fighting Vector Amelia, which is pretty good. I mean, I keep staggering her limbs. The damage is actually alright. She does almost kill me there. I do have the Beast Blood Pellet on, so I'm doing a little bit more damage than what you might think I might do. But this fight was, it was alright. She's not weak to Bolt by any stretch of the imagination. She's more weak to fire because she's a beast. So like fire and serrated weapons are really good against Amelia. So if you had like a Saw Cleaver that was buffed with fire paper, you would probably do like insane amounts of damage to Amelia here. But you know me, I'm a level 40 Arcane build with bolt damage. So yeah. So now we're in the woods and we're just picking up some Twin Stone Shards, and we're gonna go and fight the shadows for a bit. This trap almost killed me because I forgot that it was there, and I just had to put that clip in. I thought it was really funny. I had a lot of weird stuff happen to me this run, actually, where just things just happened. Here I am farming for, I can't remember what, I think waning gems. This guy right here, this fucking enemy, these metalheads right here, they like to drop bolt waning gems, I'm pretty sure. And so I sat here and I fought him for a bit, and I got a waning gem that I really liked. As a matter of fact, it was kind of a weird waning gem, and these spiders end up killing me right here. It was kind of a weird one. It was one that added both physical attack and bolt damage, which was so strange because I couldn't remember if I'd seen a gem that did that before. And all it does is make the bolt damage go up even further. So I thought it was so funky that I kept it. But I could have gone for like a 20% bolt increase to do even more damage. Instead, I decided to go for that one because it was just weird and I liked it. So that's the gem that we're rocking with. And here I am killing Volter because I need his helmet for the fashion. Of course, because apparently I just choose fashion that involves me having to kill NPCs when I probably don't need to. You can get his helmet without killing him pretty easily. But now we're going to Canehurst because we have enough twin shards by now, so now we need chunks. So this is kind of what I do. I go to Canehurst to pick up the chunks, and then I go to the DLC next to pick up the chunks in the DLC. And that's going to get us to, I think, +8. I think I only went to +8 on this build. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only went to +8 on this build because I didn't feel the need to go any higher than that. I mean, this is a level 40 build. I could get a +10 weapon very easily and do insane amounts of damage to players that I invade. Maybe I will come back to this build one day and do that, but I figured +8 was like pretty good at level 40. So I decided not to go for that +9 and +10 damage because I just, I thought it was kind of not needed. Um, Bloodborne is a weird game because it's very dead at the moment. So anytime I get any kind of evasion whatsoever, I kind of want it to last a little bit longer than than me just one-shotting the host, right? That would be so boring. So I decided to lower my damage a little bit and just settle for +8. So now we're in Canehurst and we're picking up some bloodstone chunks. I actually got really lucky here because this little gargoyle guy right here, he gets one-shotted and he dropped me another chunk, which is so lucky. Those guys are good for farming bloodstone chunks, but they hardly ever drop them. Back in the day, I used to sit there and I would farm those guys, and I would farm the werewolves and an Upper Cathedral Ward for bloodstone chunks because I love to upgrade all kinds of weapons in this game. Thankfully, I don't think you need to do that anymore. I'm pretty sure you just can. Like, there's enough chunks in the game that you can just upgrade like 2-3 weapons to the max if you want to. Anyway, we're going to the DLC now because there are more chunks there. So between Canehurst and the Hunter's Nightmare, we're gonna get all the chunks we need to get to +8. And I did miss a few chunks in the DLC, so you can conceivably get to level 9 weapon. I'm pretty sure. But for me, I just went and got to +8. So there's a Wandering Madness right here, who is going to drop us 2 chunks. And there's like 2 more chunks in this cave right here. But unfortunately, I only pick up one of them because something happened to me on this run that never happens to me. This Gatling gun man right here followed me down into the Bloodstarved Beast pit, and he fucked me up. I don't know why I even picked up the amygdala arm too. Like, that was really weird. Anyway, the other bloodstone chunk is up that path right there by the man with the cloak over his head. Anyway, we're gonna get to +8 now, and that's pretty much gonna be the weapon maxed out for this run. Is we're going to +8. And we're going to go fight the shadows now. And I'm going to show you guys a really easy way to get through the woods, because I know a lot of players struggle getting lost in the woods. And the year is 2025, and people are still getting lost in the Forbidden Woods. So here's a little trick that you can use to get through the woods pretty easily. Follow the lights. You see these little lanterns right here? Just follow them. Wherever there's like a little lantern, just follow it. And I promise you, you'll end up right where you need to be. Usually it takes you down by this pig right here. And once you get down by this pig, it's really, really hard to get lost in this area. It's not like, Snowfuck, or was it Horsefuck Valley in Dark Souls 2? It's not like that. The Forbidden Woods is actually a really cool area. And now we're going to fight the Shadows of Yharnam. And this fight was actually really, really clean. So keep in mind that we have 2 20% bolt gems. Then we have 1 physical gem that's adding, I think, 19% physical damage. And then adding another 28 flat bolt damage on top of that. So I could have more bolt damage here. I really could. But I didn't want to do all the gem farming. So I didn't. That does remind me, I kind of forgot to put the glyph code for the Metal Man that we farmed to get that waning gem, but don't worry, I'm pretty sure you guys can find it. It was a false death gem. Everything I farm for is false death gems. They're gems that aren't the greatest in the world, but they are like pretty solid. That's what I want to go for, mostly when I go for weapons. This was very unfortunate, and it's happened to me twice now because I've actually made a second character and I started playing the game on that character as well, and the same thing happened to me on this part that happened to me here. I got fucking gangbanged by the bug students. Here was another close call, by the way. I almost died to a lady down there with the Call Beyonds. Hello, Master Willem. How you doing? You might have noticed this is not my first time fighting Rom. I accidentally died to her. Can you believe that? I accidentally died to Rom. But here we are. We're going to have a Bolt Infused Holy Blade versus Rom. And as you can see, the bolt damage actually goes through the spider minions' babies' heads. And doesn't care about their defenses because these guys and Rom herself is actually really, really weak to bolt. So we have like a pretty much full beast meter here. And she's going to teleport in 2 hits, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. I just started wailing on her after this. I was like, I'm done with your shit, Rom. I just want to go. Rom's actually the final boss of this run. We're not going to go any further than her. We will go into the Unseen Village with the Blood Moon up because we want to get a specific hunter tool. And I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with this because it's a bolt hunter tool. So Rom is dead and Queen Yarnum is here because the blood ritual has commenced and Rom was holding it back. There she goes. By the way, if you guys see the screen move like weird and stuff like that, it's because my controller that I was using to play this on actually has both analog sticks have stick drift now, and it's like really annoying. It's so incredibly frustrating. But here we are in the Unseen Village, and here's me actually getting the Tiny to Nitrous. I know I ended up dying, but I promise you I come back and get it. I just didn't get the clip of me actually getting it. I will show it off here in this next clip, though. So showing off the Holy Blade, showing off the Tiny to Nitrous, and the other, regular Nitrous. We're officially a Spark Hunter, man. We actually managed to put the build together, and we're a Spark Hunter. And here's the rooms that I equipped. Nothing special. Nothing special on the runes, just the basic ones that you find in the game. And yeah, I think now we're going to start with the invasions, I'm pretty sure. Unless I do something else. Oh, I guess I want to gesture at the camera for a little bit before I start the invasions. Yeah, that's fine. So there are my stats. There are my weapons. This is what I'm using. We're going to show you the setup before we even get into the invasions, I guess, which is, I guess, is kind of smart. So if you're the audience and I'm trying to bring you along, right? It's kind of smart. Anyway, shout out to this guy, Van Helsing. He was co-oping through Old Yarnum, and this is a honest-to-God co-op invasion where these guys are playing through the game, man. They're just playing through the game. Now, unfortunately, this man right here, Van Helsing, he is a... I could tell he's an Elden Ringer because his co-op friend right here is definitely completely over-leveled. And that's alright. But that's alright, that's alright. He probably has, like, gems that you buy or fight from the Winter Lanterns, like, late in the game. He's got bolt paper, that's for sure. Kind of really disrespectful using bolt paper against me, but it's fine. I'm going to spoil the ending of this invasion because it's really funny. So these guys, we end up fighting for a little bit, but then they did not want to move forward at all. So I just kind of sat down there where all the bombs are. You know where all the bombs are in Old Yarnum. The ones that Jura loves to shoot. Well, I just kind of sat down there and they didn't want to move forward, so I skipped to the part where they actually did move forward. And I forgot that pots and explodables in this game actually do damage to the Invader as well, because who would know that in the year 2025? And Jorah ends up killing me. He blows me up. And if you don't know, in Bloodborne, Invaders actually have a 30% HP depletion when they invade. So, yeah. Invaders have 30% less HP whenever they invade, which is just kind of rough on the Invader. The games are, it's already stacked against them, man. At least the minigun can't shoot me. At least the minigun can't shoot me. But here's actually where I die at, which is really, really unfortunate, man. These guys like weren't insane players or anything like that. I could have gotten the victory here, could have killed the host and the cooperator. I mean, I think there was a clip right there of me actually almost two-shotting the host. So I got blowed up once, then I got blowed up again, and the co-opper survives because for some reason it did only 200 damage to him. And the host is like gonna sit there and be happy and dance on my corpse, which is fine because it was kind of a funny way to die. Anyway, here's more of a happy ending. So they're ganking student girl up here, and I'm like, no man, don't gank student girl. And I end up killing the cooperator right here. This invasion does not last that long at all. Fully charge attack into another R2. He goes down. She kills the host. Happy little save the Bergenworth Scholar Girl from mean co-opers and host. Here was another fun invasion. So this over-leveled ass Phantom is like AFK right here. And his host was hiding back where the other bug student is at. I don't know why I'm swinging at random objects. There is no like Mimic Veil in this game. I just have like EldenRing PTSD or something like that. Anyway, this guy has a Hunter's Axe, so he was R2 spamming the entire game apparently. Up until this point, getting carried by his Holy Moonlight Phantom. Which is fine, you know. I don't judge people, really. I'm just stating facts. This is what this guy probably did. Considering the fact that he has top hat and the Hunter's Axe up until this point. Man, these like dash forward attacks are so good on the Holy Moonlight Sword. And I actually figured out like a nice little R1, R2 combo with it. Like if you hit a Phantom with an R1 dash and then he goes to try to back up away from you, you just press R2 and they actually almost true combos. Like it's a really good dodge catch. Or roll catch, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, here is the insane invasion that I've been foreshadowing the entire video. So we have one overleveled Phantom, one host, and an NPC summon, the Madara twin. So NPCs in this game, especially the Madara ones, they are so very tanky. But the students right here are very equipped to kill them because the students do frenzy damage. So when they get grabbed by the students, they get inflicted by frenzy. Frenzy does like a giant chunk of their HP, and they will eventually die. But the overleveled Phantom right there, the thing that he doesn't have as far as you know, stats go, Cooperator Mike right there did not have a whole lot of HP. And that's going to come into play again later because this guy actually gets resummoned. But for now, it's just me versus the host and the Madara twin. And shout out to this guy, by the way, Walter the Grim. He has a really cool name. He's using a pretty sick weapon, the rifle spear. No one ever really uses the rifle spear because it's not really that good. I mean, he's hitting me for maybe like 50 damage, something like that. It's not great at all. And he was committed, man. He was committed to the rifle spear, and I kind of liked it. So the Madara twin actually, I think, dies right there. I can't remember. He's getting lit up by the, centipede thing, and then also the students right there are lighting him up. And the Madara twin actually ends up dying right there. And then me and this host have a crazy ass fight right here. I mean, I'm gonna fast forward so you see it, but like, as you can see, if you were looking in the top left corner, I had 14 blood vials and like 20 bullets going into this fight with the host, and it was just a 1v1. I now only have 2 of each thing, and that is because of this fight right here with me and this host lasted an entire 10 minutes or something close to that. It was insane, and he just kept getting away on no HP. And then of course the timer of the Phantom comes up, and Cooperator Mike is back on the scene. Anyway, it's back to a 1v2. And now I have 2 blood vials and only 2 quicksilver bullets. How am I going to win this invasion? What is happening? How am I going to win? They're chucking Molotovs at me. Big centipede mantis cosmic horror thing eldritch being guy is still alive. And he's going to blast them. Or is he? Is he going to blast them? He's trying to blast them. I see he's trying to blast them. I don't know why I decided to take that little skirmish right there. I don't think I win that. As you can see, Cooperator Mike is like doing insane amounts of damage to this big alien creature right here, which is probably the only thing left in the area that can probably kill them. And it goes down, unfortunately, so I lose 1 less friend. I have 1 blood vial left. It's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. It's looking pretty grim right now. You get it because his name is Grim Walter. Anyway, one thing that is hopeful is that the NPC, Bergenworth Scholar Girl, is still here. She's still alive because these guys have made little to no progress in the area. So I just kind of sat here for a bit. As you can see, I go and I put Yusefska's blood vial on. That way I at least have 1 healing left. And I sat here for legit another 10 minutes. These guys refused to walk up the stairs, and I was not going down there when I had little to no healing left. So anyway, they triggered her because they walked up the steps. And this is pretty funny. The Phantom gets absolutely one-shotted by Augur of Ebertas by the Scholar Girl, which is really, really funny. And then I go looking for the host again because he doesn't want to fight this strong-ass NPC, which I don't blame him for. It was kind of insane. But anyway, I see him up here. He's looking for me. I'm looking for him. We're going to have our final fight out here in Bergenworth after this 20-minute long invasion. How you doing, host? We have a little moment right here where we're just looking at each other, you know. He knows that he can't rely on anything anymore, and he has to fight me if he wants to go forward. And I know that this is my only chance to win, and I only have 1 healing left. So, let's get down to it. Commence the fighting. Anyway, boys, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching the video, man. If you guys enjoyed the process of me putting together this Spark Hunter bolt damage build, be sure to like and subscribe to the video, man. I really do appreciate it. Go join the Discord if you haven't already. We make PvP builds all over the Discord and stuff like that, man. With that being said, guys, fare thee well, peace out, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys later, man. Enjoy the rest of this fight where I kill this guy with a numbing mist. Alright, see you guys.